The new year is sure to be a special one for our next guest. I'm very pleased to be joined by Ashley and Matt Pauline from the Hazleton area, and they are here with a special story. They received a very early Christmas gift, and now they are hoping that those gifts will be home for the new year or in the new year very soon. Ashley and Matt, thanks so much for joining us. You were blessed with twins, beautiful twins, Madison and Landon, on November 19th. The unfortunate part is that they were very, very premature. So Ashley, I'm going to start with you. Tell us your story of how you got where you are and how you're hoping that these babies are home very soon.
Hi, Lisa. Thanks for having us again and being able to have us tell the story of our twins. We originally started this whole journey back in 2020. We decided we were ready to start a family, and unfortunately, it took a very long time to get there. So we had a lot of struggles with infertility. We were traveling back and forth to Allentown for that. We received the news that we were pregnant after a lot of unsuccessful tries. And then we found out we were having twins. So we were both extremely happy, extremely surprised, but we were ready because all we wanted to do was start our family. And then the pregnancy was rough. I was extremely sick the whole time. And finally, when I stopped being sick, they found out that my cervix was shortening. So the babies were, in jeopardy of delivering very early. So I ended up going and having 2 surgeries, one at 20 weeks and one at 22 weeks to, keep the babies put. So they had time to grow and mature. And then at 23 weeks, I was put inpatient in the hospital at Cedar Crest. And I was there for 26 days. And then I just went into labor, and these babies were just about it. They were ready to come for Thanksgiving, ready to be here for Christmas. So on November 19th, we had our babies at 26 weeks and 4 days.
What was your actual due date?
My actual due date was February 20th.
Wow. So now they're in the NICU unit down at Cedar Crest, correct?
Yes, they are there. They will be there. Every day is different for us. We go down there and they have their struggles. They have their great triumphs every day that we go along with them, but it's going to be a very long road. They will be in there, they say, until their due date, maybe later, maybe earlier, but we're hoping for February. That's our goal for them.
Now, I know it wasn't like that you could just hold these babies as soon as they were born. Once they were put into the NICU, you had to wait a while. So how rough was that? Matt, I'm going to ask you that one. How difficult was it that you had these 2 beautiful babies and you couldn't hold them?
It's very rough. We get to do care times every day, every 3 hours, but that's very limited touching. And honestly, it's kind of like you're teasing us almost. We really, once we got them out, it was great. I mean, they got to see Santa this past Tuesday, and we got a real close-up view of them. And it was just the best time, honestly.
Ashley, how did you feel when you really got to hold them for the first time?
It was something that you can never experience. It's definitely different. It's still different for us because when you want to hold your babies and they're on ventilators, it takes a team. It takes a village. So it's, a lot of people, a lot of watching, a lot of different things, machines beeping, but just feeling them. I mean, like Matt said, we don't, we can only touch them with our fingertips. We really don't get to do that much. We see them through the glass a lot of the times. But it's definitely something that can't be experienced when you feel your child's skin on yours for the first time.
I hope that you get to bring them home soon. And it's so difficult for you guys because it's not like you live 5 minutes away. You're in the Hazleton area. They're in Allentown. It's a good hour ride to go back and forth. So, and Matt, you're working, and Ashley, you're trying to go down as quick, as often as possible. So sometimes you're taking 2 cars back and forth. It's a lot of travel. It's a lot of cost. How difficult is this to keep this going like this?
It's rough,
Yeah.
exhausting for sure. I'm trying to stay off work as long as I can. I want to be there for them every day as much as I can be. And unfortunately, we both can't do that. So, I mean, Matt's working.
I work my normal day and then I go down. And sometimes Ashley will wait for me. Sometimes she just goes down early and then I just have to meet her down there. We stay till,
A lot of long nights.
yeah.
A lot of long nights.
Wow. And it's something when someone's in the hospital for like an operation and they're there for maybe a week or something, but you've been going through this now for quite a while because Ashley was in the hospital and then now the babies are in the hospital. And I know you guys told me you didn't want to talk about this, but Ashley, your cousin, Megan Dever, she is the baby's godmother and she's your cousin. And I know she started a GoFundMe account because she said she wanted to help you guys because the insurance didn't cover some of the things that you had done at the hospital. And you have a lot of expense going back and forth. So, and you're not working at this time. So it's put a nice financial strain on you doing all of this. But of course you're going to do it because these are your children. So if anybody watching, I'm going to make the plea for you because I know you told me you didn't want to do it yourself. There is a GoFundMe account if people would like to go to it. It is the Pauline Twins Journey to Life, set up by Megan, your cousin. So I think that's really nice that she wanted to do this to help because there are a lot of financial costs affiliated with this. And you're going to be going at least through February, probably back and forth, hopefully not longer. But I'm sure their journey is far from over once you do even bring them home.
Absolutely. It's going to be a long road. They're doing great. We have great,
Nurses.
yeah, we have great nurses, great care there. And they're really doing everything they can for them now and for their future. I mean, everything we do is for them to years from now have no idea that any of this happened. So we're really, we're blessed. I mean, it is an hour away, but thank God we have something like that in our area. And we really have had the community behind us a lot with a lot of prayers and a lot of help, support. I mean, that definitely lifts us up when we feel like we can't do anymore. So it's really been amazing, our community, how they've come together for us.
Well, I think you're both fantastic and what you're doing, I think is remarkable. And I hope the babies are home soon. We wish you the happiest new year and we hope those babies are home soon so you can truly celebrate.
Thank you, Lisa.
Happy New Year, you guys.
Happy
You
New
too.
Year.
Thank you.
Still ahead on SSPTV Community News, it's being called a triple-demic. Dr. Jody Lenko is here with all the details. Plus, Eileen Panzarella has tips for a safe holiday party season, this week's edition of Adopt Me, and today's social report.